Today we got a little sample for you guys. I'd like you guys to please open it before we start, just so you know what we're talking about. You know? So in 2015, I started my first year, and I am a foodie. So I started a food blog, and 5 years later, we went to travel together. So I couldn't post about food, I couldn't visit restaurants, but I had to keep my audience engaged. So I decided to buy a 12.5 kg of flour and make whatever I could make and share the recipes with my audience. One of those good days, I made donuts. And my family thought the donuts were quite amazing. So fast forward, we're back for our final semester, right? COVID, so we took a break during COVID during the lockdown. So we returned from the lockdown, and that's when I had my first market test in Rotterdam, Botswana. So we had our first market test, and the market loved the donuts. Since then, we have grown, and we now employ 5 people, and we serve clients in Gaborone, Kasane, Francistown, and Malindi. Our business is really rooted in, we're looking to produce the final things for you guys, create edible art for you guys. Yeah. So during the first few years of our business, we discovered that we could have different revenue streams, right? So we now create donuts, and we have a catering and gifting wing. Our catering wing serves corporate, weddings and events, and we also provide personal chef services. Our gifting wing serves corporate. We also do personal gifting, and we also provide packaging solutions to other businesses. That means we help them source boxes to carry their whatever they're selling. So we don't only sell packaging to confectionery businesses, but we provide packaging for all our businesses. In the past 5 years that we have been in business, the market has responded to us with loyalty. We have served over 9,000 customers, and we have a 72% customer repeat rate. How we ensure that we retain our clients is we have several ways that we do that. One of them is being through our WhatsApp. So on our WhatsApp business, we post daily. So we even have ads that run. We show people some of the customer experiences that people have had working with us, and we also we just give them customer education. In the past 5 years, one of our biggest goals was to put into measure good quality control, and also make sure that we can consistently provide the same products with the same customer taste and quality. One of our other biggest goals was to give the customer education. When we first started our business, donuts were not a big thing in Botswana. People preferred to instead maybe have something like cupcakes. So we did work a lot on customer education, getting them to warm up to the idea of having donuts instead of the usual cakes and cupcakes, right? Which we have done outstandingly well.
So I don't think you got to the point of what is so unique about your donuts again. If you could maybe just highlight that for us in case we missed it.
So we provide donuts that are made daily and that can be customized to the client's requirements.
Okay. So I'll just admit now, I'm a sugar person, so they know me for anything sweet. So I like donuts, I like cake, I like ice cream. Now, one of the things you know about sugar, it's sort of a spontaneous purchase. Okay, so when the craving hits, then you're like, okay, what can I buy that's sweet? Then you say, okay, I want a donut, right? And then you check who has donuts and things in stock. In terms of the actual sitting down and planning and saying, I want a decorated, personalized donut aside from an occasion. So if it's an occasion or an event, people will rather gravitate to a cake. That's what they actually plan, and they say, what's the design of the cake? What can you write on the cake? Nowadays people even do 10-inch cakes that come with cupcakes. Now, I'm not, have you tested the market's interest with going for decorated donuts versus a cake, for example, for events? So, where or how much demand, or I'm looking for a word to say, how many people would prefer a donut over cake, and for what events would you find someone choosing a decorated donut versus a cake?
Thank you for the question. So daily we make somewhere around 20 individual cans daily. So 15 to 20 is our normal. We operate 6 days out of 7 days a week. So I would say on a daily there are 20 people who would prefer to have donuts instead of the cake. That is according to the clients that we're getting. And our donuts are not only decorated, so we have different types of donuts. We do have the simple donuts where it's just a chocolate icing. So we have an array of donuts. Yeah. And we also do, like I said, we have different revenue streams. So we still also do offer cakes and cupcakes to our clients. We do make them, but today here I am selling the W.Donuts as a franchise on its own, not with the cupcakes and cakes. So yes, we do have attraction for people who want to have donuts every day. That is why we are operational every day right now. For the past 5 years, we have been operating every day.
Yeah, but you've been doing it in alongside other confectionery products, right? So it's not as a standalone. So you've been selling donuts plus others. So what's your price point for your donuts that, um in terms of competition, what would you say? Are your donuts more expensive than the donuts at Spa, or
No, I would say we're about the same price right now. And we have checked out other competitors. We do have competitors that charge more than we do, even though the donuts would have set for 2 to 3 days. We will still be paying around 14 Pula for a single donut that has been sitting for 5 days. And we're offering you 12 Pula for a single donut that was made 1 hour to 2 hours before you pick up.
and that is if they've ordered or based on order, or do you stock it the whole day? So if it's similar, so assuming Spa makes donuts in the morning, by the time they open at 9 o'clock, I walk in at 10 o'clock, I'm looking for a donut. That donut has been sitting there maybe 2, 3 hours. If you make donuts daily, you would assume and make it in the morning
Mm. So what we do is we make donuts throughout the day,
throughout the day.
and those donuts get picked up within an hour that they're made.
Right.
And most of the time, how we work is, if let's say we have a corporate client or just an individual client you're ordering for your child, what you do is you would normally call us the day before, let us know. At 9 a.m. tomorrow, I would like 50 donuts that I'll be taking to my child's school. Or tomorrow at 10 a.m., I would like to pick up 100 donuts for my team. Then that is what we do. So our clients work on a pre-order system, but we do sell our readily availables as and when someone calls and we have them there. So our donuts usually sit for no more than 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Good morning again, Wanata. Um, W.Donuts. Sounds like the other W I won't mention, but I have mentioned it. Um, um, you'll cover it on your understanding of branding issues around naming rights and because as it goes, it might be so that that other W,
Of course.
right? So my question to you, because I know you didn't get to finish your presentation because you're out of time. What does success look like for you? What are you looking for? What are your top three goals for your franchise, for your product? And then the second question is around capacity and scaling. I know you jokingly um, spoke about having a donut that takes 8 hours. If it's a confectionery closer to, say, a croissant, right? The proofing, the whole process can take 8 hours. So as you were saying 8 hours, I was in my mind trying to think how long it takes to make a perfect croissant, right? The layers and all of that, right? Now, when you look at all of that and your pricing structure, which you hinted at, it being comparable on the market, how are you making margins? How are you making serious profit and margins from every donut that you sell? Because in my view, if a croissant took you 8 hours, that croissant should be close to $100 to just make it up, more so that you don't have serious volumes yet. You get what I mean? So you can cover it in volumes if you are making bulk. But if you're going to sell it at a price point that doesn't depict the amount of work that you put into it, then you're probably running at a loss. When I looked at some of the samples, even this one, it is so pretty. I said it almost feels guilty to eat it, right? So which means it takes time to put it together. There's a creative aspect to it, and you need to tap that into the pricing structure for your gourmet because they are gourmet and there's a lot of creativity that's behind how they aesthetically look. So please touch on the points of profitability per donut sold. Touch on the aspect of the branding around the W, and then please touch on the aspect around scaling because I believe that your vision would be to scale to be able to, do I don't know 500 per day or even if you think of Krispy Kremes, they do gourmet, they're not here, but they can address like they can sell in a day, I think over 20,000, 40,000, 50, 100,000 donuts. So how do you move from where you are to where you want to be? So maybe if you were to touch on that. And the last one, are you looking at potential health benefits because you can see the world is gravitating towards healthier, so less sugar, less something that speaks to a customer base that will still want to take a bite out of those gourmet, but they're very health conscious and it might not be their go-to.
So I think I'll touch on the pricing first. So our donuts, like I said, we have different types of donuts. So we have the basic standard donuts, and then we have the luxury or more gourmet, like the ones that what you guys get today. So that particular donut that you have costs 35 Pula per donut. So the more work that we put on it, the more the price increases. So top Pula wise, it doesn't mean that all our donuts cost top Pula. So right now we do have corporates that are working, that we have on retainer, who order donuts from us weekly. We serve our teams, but not just donuts, but donuts, croissants, the catering side. So we do have businesses, corporates, and other cafes and other catering businesses that order from us on a weekly basis. So my long-term plan is to scale W.Donuts into Africa's next best donut franchise. So just like we have Krispy Kremes, as we've been mentioning, our job is to come take Krispy Kreme's business in Africa. So as this is why we will be scaling into Francistown, Maroon and Kasani shops. That is to get us into introduce our brand to tourists, especially in the Mahou and Kasami area. It's just to spread the word before we even scale at that level, just for people to know that there's a brand called W.Donuts that you have to look out for.